Hello there. I have in front of me the biggest tube I've ever seen in my entire life. So I got this in the mail from the Star Wars CCG Players Committee. This is the last of my prize support. And so this is for 2 years worth from 2021, which they're a little backlogged on, as well as 2022. So I thought it'd be fun to do a sort of part two of the prize support. And this is actually, I should say, donation support for donating to the PC. So I'm going to include links in the video description if that's something that you're interested in doing. This is just sort of the incentives that they do to incentivize people to donate to the Players Committee, which is also a 501c3. So hey, you can write it off on your taxes if you're itemizing. So I think they sent a lot of stuff in this tube, and I am so curious to dive in because uh, who the heck knows what's going to be in here. So this is, I will totally admit that this is the max tier for 2 years. So there's going to be a lot of stuff. I swear I'm not a hoarder. Oh, that's a bad sign. Just my tape. So let's see what's in here. So the first thing that we got in here is the, oh yeah, plaque. So this is my name, and then it says Beskar donor for 2022. So I have one of these for 2021, so this is 2022. So let's look what else is in here. So this is like reaching down. I feel like there could be like a snapping turtle in here. It's so deep. Like this is, I can't, the UPS guy was like, what are you, what are you getting? And I was like, I actually don't know what's in here myself, man. All right, so it looks like we have some sort of mug. Forgive me while I unpack this. So I do think there's a couple uncut sheets, which are exactly what they sound like, right? Decipher didn't, when they went out of business, they had extra sheets that were just uncut, and they donated a lot of them to the Players Committee. So that's how they have some of this stuff. Ooh, looks like I have a new drinking mug. Oh, this is great. So it says credits will do fine. This is like a maybe 16 ounce. So that's pretty dang cool. I'm gonna try to find a place to put all my cool swag. All right, reaching my hand back down into this. All right, we're pulling out a poster or something now. Oh, this looks like to be the uncut sheets. So let's see what we got here. Oh wow. These are just like unfurling themselves. I will never be able to get these back in there again. So it looks like we have two uncut sheets, and then inside we have more goodies, but let's do the uncut sheets first. I don't have like a basement big enough, just at my kitchen table here. So this is Endor Rares uncut sheet. So a little like lesson here. So this is what would go to the printing presses, and then they would cut these, and then this is how they would form a card. So this is like on cardstock. So I think you sometimes see these come up on eBay, and people think, oh, this can't be that hard to cut. But actually cutting these is like quite difficult. It's not just like a paper cutter, and that's how you get lots of weird, alignment. So this is a full Endor rare set. So I think every character's on here maybe twice. Endor didn't have rare one or rare two. So I think everything should just be, I think there was 40. So we have 40 rares, light side rares. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think it's, yeah, so every rare is on here twice. So pretty cool. That's an Endor light side rare sheet. This is what the back looks like. I think I'll probably try getting this framed. But in the meantime, I need to figure out what the heck to do with it. All right, so I think that was from last year. So that was 2021. I also got a 2022, and they sent it in one package, I think to simplify things. So this is a Jabba's Palace light side rare sheet. So this has all the different characters from Jabba's Palace, Ula, and like I said, this is an authentic product from there's our Leia right here. So this is a 100% authentic sheet, right? So this is something that Decipher just had, and I think these are really cool relics. They're increasingly hard to find. Probably Endor is much harder to find, I would say, than Jabba's Palace, but I think Jabba's Palace is still pretty dang cool. We got our man Max Rebo here. Everybody loves him. And I think every rare is on here twice as well. So this is the Jabba's Palace rare sheet, light side. And I might, this seems like a fun one to get framed as well. Although I will admit that getting Endor framed seems like a bit more like an interesting thing to do. So I will find uses for those. Do not worry. Next up, we have, the t-shirt. So this is the back, and the front says, "We need your help." So this is an objective from set 4. I have not actually really played with virtual cards. I've like tinkered around with them a little bit. So this is something, maybe I'll wear this for some videos or something fun, or tournaments. That's one thing I will note, that I think that my donation tier also came with a free entrance into an in-person event. So I am probably not going to be able to make in-person events this year just because of kind of like work and travel. So I think I get one for each year. So I might have 2 entries for events. I would love to donate that to somebody that's going to be going to in-person Star Wars CCG events run by the Players Committee. So if that sounds like something you'd want, reach out to me. If a bunch of people reach out, I'll try to find an equitable way, but I'd love to be able to donate those so that some people can enjoy in-person events, just because I don't think I'm going to be able to make it this sort of year. And I'm also, not actually very good at this game. I like talking more than I like playing. So that's sort of where I'm at. Here we have a sheet. This is donation tier. This is the commemorative poster. So this looks kind of great. Kylo Ren. I mean, I think there's been such an increase in the quality. Like Kylo Ren looks great. A lot of these guys look really good. General Hux, that's like just like the same dude. So very coal. I feel like I maybe have too many posters. I need to figure out what to do with some of this stuff. But very cool. Maybe I'll make a trip down to the framing store or like Hobby Lobby or something today. Next up, we have this Players Committee. I believe this is a poker set. So I'm big into poker. So these are kind of fun, just things I might add into like my, oh yeah. So these are like little commemorative, if you're ever hosting a player or like a poker tournament or something, right? So these are just little, big blind. We got a small blind, and then we got the dealers with Watto's beautiful face. This must be such a funny thing if you're like the distributor, you're like making these chips and you get the designs and you're like, I'm sorry, you want this ugly, like the mind, the, I don't know, not beloved character, like his ugly face on there. That's super cool. Big fan of this. I think these will actually see some use as sort of, ways of designating, because I host a poker night once every couple months. So that's a fun thing. All right, we got one more thing. So I think our tube, I'm nervous, I think it's empty. Oh, I hear something sliding. Oh, we have another t-shirt. I think the tube is now empty. So just FYI, the tube is empty. But we have one other t-shirt, and I think this is ooh. Now this is my dude. So these are great. I think they're size extra large because I'm a hefty lad. So this is cool. I think this one might be maybe cooler than the other one, but big fan of the Mandalorian. So these will definitely see good use. All right, the last thing in here. I know you guys are like, how much crap does this guy get? You and me both, man. I'm nervous about it. So I think one of the other incentives, I think that was make sure I get everything out of here. Okay, I got everything out. So one of the big incentives, so this is the Bo-Katan AI, which I believe was one of the base incentives, and then we have a couple behind here. Darth Vader, Betrayer of the Jedi. This is really cool, and then just a card to kind of keep them straight. So very cool, both of those. I'm going to keep the Darth Vader up front because I think, so people have asked me like, how do slips work? Like the idea of a slip is it's like a thinner piece of paper. You just stick it like behind an existing card, right? His name's Anakin. and then you have essentially a card you can play with, right? And nobody will ever know that you did this free of cost, right? So that's the idea there. Anyways, this is also, I believe this is the AI Coruscant. So let's get to what these are. We have a thank you note. So I appreciate a thank you note there. And then this is a virtual master list of all the virtual cards. So this was just part of it, and this is sort of like on nicer paper here with a high res print. So if you ever, this is sets. I believe they've released 18 sets. So this is all the virtual cards, and we've talked about these a bit on the channel before, where the idea here is you can just print these off, slice them, and then put them in, and you have cards. So this is one of these things that is intended to make the game more affordable. So we got set up to set 8, set 7. Okay, so let's see here. I probably don't need to go through the virtual cards. That's a fun exercise at some other point. So I do want to get into virtual cards. I think they add a whole nother level to like the meta and make it more interesting. And I've heard that they've done a great job. I'll just go through these quickly, make sure nothing else is hiding in here. There's an errata sheet, updated flip cards. So like I said, these are all kind of intended to make the game, like games get figured out, right? And so here we go. This is going to be great if when I actually decide to take the plunge and get a little more into virtual cards. So that's like a high res, high quality print of them all. And then here, this is the thing I was super excited about. Man, this page just shimmers. But each year you got to put together like a custom sheet of virtual cards. So I'm a huge fan of Star Wars Rebels. So one of my custom sheets is the crew from the Ghost. So we have Kanan, Hera. I think this is an AI Kanan. We have the Ghost. We got my boy Chopper. We got the Phantom, which is like that little escape ship. We got Ezra, Sabine, and then Zeb. So I think this is like the entire. I don't think I'm missing anyone. This is like everybody, all the cards they did. Just a huge fan of Rebels, Star Wars Rebels. If you haven't seen Star Wars Rebels, would highly recommend watching it. So I think, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. They're pretty cool just the way they are. Maybe just put them up. You only have so much wall space. And then this is, I think, the one I did last year. So like I said, there's 2 years here. So we have a Droideka, we have the Mara Jade. So this was, I think, a card a lot of people wanted for a long time. We have the Kylo Ren, we have Jango Fett, General Grievous, who is kind of cringy in Clone Wars. We have General Kenobi, Rogue One, Jakku, and then Luke Skywalker, the Last Jedi. And I think that is everything. Now, I have another challenge ahead of me of finding where to put all this stuff. But that's something that I will figure out. So this is all on top of like the deck box and some of the other stuff that I got. And it's official. I am a hoarder. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this. And please consider donating if this stuff looks cool, or you think maybe, hey, I want to do this. How can I get this stuff? I'll include more information and links in the video description. I think everything is closed for this year, but they'll probably open it back up again in the fall for donations for 2023. So thanks, everybody, and have a good rest of your day.